Hi, I'm going to take you through an overview, actually the details of the latest update of the SMS Wordpress plugin, version 1.7. And it's a minor change, but you may notice that the name, I've changed the name, so it's no longer WordPress VBX. I've changed it to SMS Wordpress. It's a little more, it's just more recognized. A lot of people, VBX doesn't really mean anything to them, so SMS Wordpress is a better fit, and then I've just updated to version 1.7. Something else you might notice and might need to update is on the send message screen. You'll notice that the cron command has changed. So now the old one should still work fine, but for some people, every time the cron command ran, it would create a new file, even though it's not supposed to. The old one, just due to some web server configurations, that we found that it was generating a file every time it ran, and for some people that was once a minute, so that added up real quick. So I've changed the process to eliminate that problem. So you might want to go ahead and just update your cron command there to this one. Then the next biggest, or one of a big request, was the import export process. I already have it open in this tab, but it's under subscribers. So if you go to SMS subscribers and then click on import export, and I've already typed in a couple here as a demonstration. You can upload a file here, or you can just enter them manually. Okay, so in the file, the format is simple. You don't need a column name. I just added this here for testing, but really what it means is that even if you have a line of text at the beginning or even anywhere in here, it will just skip over that. Your phone numbers can be formatted pretty much any way that a phone number would normally be formatted. It will strip all the extra stuff that's not needed. So you could have dots in here, you could have dashes, you could have parentheses, you could have a +1, you could have all that type of stuff, and it will automatically strip this. But the key thing is that one number per line. So one number per line. Save your file, and then you can upload it by browsing to that file, and or you can enter them into this text field. So again, the format doesn't matter as long as they're one per line. And then you can do both of these at the same time, and it will process them all together, and it'll eliminate duplicates. So it's going to add if someone's already in the database, it's not going to re-add them. However, it can allow you to add a group of people to a list. So even if you might have a list of subscribers that you actually want to add to another list, you can do that by adding them through this process and then checking the list. So if they're already in the database, they won't be added twice, but they will be added to either list or any of the lists that you check. So for demonstration, I'm just going to check the test list, and then I'll click the import. And there we have 6 new ones imported and 1 existing. And I had entered a number that was already in the database in the box here. So it's showing me that I now have those have been added to the list here. So that's the import process. Now the export process is very simple. You just check the list you want to export, and you can check one or more, and then you would just hit export and give it a minute here it's actually doing it behind the scenes, and it's should prompt me for a text file download. Okay, and then what I have here is the subscribers.txt file, which you can save on your local computer, and if you need it for another purpose, it's just a file of these phone numbers, 1 per line. So you could even export them from one list and import them into another list in your system if you want. And that pretty much covers it. One other little bug fix was, let me get over to a list here real quick. What I've done here is, this is just a test list. You'll notice that I haven't really set up the phone. I've got the text set up, so if someone texts in the keyword test, they will, get these messages or whatever. However, someone calls the list, if this is the only list I have set up and I haven't set up a text-to-speech or an audio file, in the past it would create an application error. And so for a few people that caused confusion, so that it just broke, so that wasn't really a user-friendly solution. So now there's just a default text-to-speech that says, thanks for joining our subscriber list. You will receive a text message shortly. Goodbye. So if you don't enter anything into here and someone calls the number, it will still handle the subscription. And if you do enter something here, it will actually do whatever it is that you're entering there. So okay, so that covers all the changes in version 1.7, and there will be more to come. Thanks.